Today we are going to see the first practical of Excel, that is use of MS Excel. And by using MS Excel, we are going to plot geometrical figures like circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. So you may have know about the equation of this geometrical figure like circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. Okay, so this is the aim. As you can see on your mobile screen, aim is to plot geometrical figures using MS Excel software. Okay, apparatus that we will use for this experiment is CPU, mouse, spelling is wrong here, then keyboard and printer. Okay, the procedure. So let's directly go to the procedure. Before that, you must know about the equations for different geometrical figure. Like you may know about the equation of circle. For circle, the equation is x square plus y square is equal to r square. Equation of parabola is y square is equal to 4ax, right? And equation for ellipse is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to 1, right? And for hyperbola, equation is y square upon a square minus x square upon b square is equal to 1. So by using these equations, we are going to create some data on Excel sheet, and by using that data, we are going to create geometrical figures. Okay, so this is the conic section. This is how it will looks like. So first is the circle. Okay, you know that in circle the radius remains constant. There is no any change in the radius in circle. In ellipse, there is some minor axis and major axis. Okay, so radius is not constant in ellipse. Then for parabola, the shape is again different, and for hyperbola, the shape is different. It depends on which formula we use for the different geometrical shape. Okay, so let's begin with the MS Excel. Okay, so for that, let me share the screen of MS Excel with all of you. So this is the sheet of MS Excel. ठीक आहे, इथपर्यंत कोणाला काही प्रॉब्लेम, काही क्वेश्चन्स, काय करायचं आपल्याला कळालं का? बोला पटपट. Any doubt, any question up to here?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's begin with the practical. So first we have to create some data for this. Okay, and by using that data we will draw the figure. तर आता या ठिकाणी पहा, डेटा खूप मोठा आहे आणि त्या डेटाचा यूज करून आपल्याला या ठिकाणी 1 by 1 सर्कल, मग इलिप्स, नंतर पॅराबोला, नंतर हायपरबोला अशा वेगवेगळ्या इमेज त्या ठिकाणी क्रिएट करायच्या. आता तुमच्यापैकी काही विद्यार्थ्यांचं हे झालेलं असेल, ठीक आहे. ज्यांचं झालेलं आहे त्यांनी परत एकदा व्यवस्थित पहा आणि समजून घ्या काय चाललंय ते. ठीक आहे, दिसतंय का तुम्हाला एक्सेल व्यवस्थित तुमच्या मोबाईलच्या स्क्रीनवरती? हॉरिझॉन्टल करून घ्या वाटलंच तर. स्क्रीन दिसते सर्वांना व्यवस्थित?
येस सर.
ओके, तर मग आपण काय करूयात, पहा हे फर्स्ट कॉलम घेतलंय. फर्स्ट कॉलम घेतला, या ठिकाणी या कॉलमचं नाव आहे सी आणि त्याचा करस्पॉन्डिंग जो रो आहे तो आहे 6. पल्लवी माने काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? एनी प्रॉब्लेम? हँड रेज केलेला आहे तो म्हणून विचारतोय. ठीक आहे, तर मी हा या ठिकाणी ओके. तर सुरुवातीला आपण थीटा घेऊयात. अँगल घ्यावा लागतो आपल्याला. इन्सर्ट मध्ये जायचं. पहा या ठिकाणी इन्सर्ट वरती मी क्लिक करतो. इन्सर्ट मध्ये तुम्हाला इथं सिम्बॉल दिसेल. ठीक आहे, सिम्बॉल मध्ये तुम्हाला थीटा या सिम्बॉलचा या ठिकाणी सिलेक्ट करायचा आहे. थीटा जो असतो ना तो सिम्बॉल या ठिकाणी आपण पाहूयात. Let's take the symbol for theta for angle. Okay. Okay, so right now I am unable to find out the symbol theta here. Let me search again. तुम्हाला कुठे दिसलं तर सांगा बरं का, मला तर दिसत नाही इथं. आहे का? फाय आहे, बीटा आहे, अल्फा आहे. थीटा कुठं गायब झाला? हा आहे बा, हा थीटा घेतला मी या ठिकाणी. ते जरा साईज थोडी जास्त घेतो, मोठी करतो ना. ठीक आहे, थीटा. ठीक आहे ना. सो आता आपल्याला अँगल जो आहे थीटाचा, वी हॅव टू टेक अँगल फ्रॉम -180 डिग्री टू +180. -180 टू +180. मग काय करायचं पहा, हे दोन व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला फक्त सुरुवातीला लिहून काढावं लागतात. फर्स्ट -180 लिहा, देन राईट -170. ओके, देन सिलेक्ट दिस 2 सेल. हे 2 सेल्स तुम्हाला काय करायचे त्या ठिकाणी सिलेक्ट करायचे आहे. And as you can see, there is one dot here. So go to that dot. You will see that the plus sign is arise. As you reach that dot, then drag the column like this. So we have to take the value from -180 to +180. Okay, like this. -180 to +180. Please mute yourself. Okay. Then next thing is, so this is the theta. In this way we have to put the value of theta from -180 to +180. Then next is, we have to convert this angle theta. Just select this theta, Control C, that is copy, and Control V, paste this value as it is in this cell. So theta, and write down in bracket radian. Theta in radian, like this. Okay, just extend this column increase the width of this column, or you can simply decrease the size of this letter, radian. So we have to convert this value in degree into radian. For that, you can simply use the function. Which function we have to use? Can anybody tell me which function? Is equal to, then after that, कोणतं फंक्शन यूज करतो? Radian. म्हणजे we have to write radian. So the radian will appear here, radians. Just double click on this. Double click केलं. Then inside this bracket we have to select the angle. Now select this angle -180. Okay, and then close the bracket. Shift and 0. Then it will close the bracket. And then enter. So you know the value of 180 degree in radian. Value of 180 degree in radian is minus. So in this case, minus 180. So for minus 180, the value is 3.14. Again, drag this value. Go to this dot and drag the values around this column. Okay, from minus 180 to plus 180. So value of 180, corresponding value of 180 degree in radian is 3.14, like this. Then next, first for circle, in first column we have to take the value like r cos theta, okay, r cos theta, like this. Increase the width of this r cos theta. Okay, then in this column, next below the r cos theta, take is equal to some function. Here r is the radius of circle. Okay, so for this practical, take radius as 5 centimeter or 5, only 5. So r is 5 into star, 5 into cos. Write down cos. So the cos, function of cos will appear here, and double click on this and select the number. So for that, you have to select the radian number, not in degree. Okay, radian number. Select the radian number, not degree. So cos minus 3.14, and then close the bracket like this, and then enter. So we know that cos 180. Okay, cos 180 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 5 is minus 5. So value is minus 5. Again, go to this dot and drag the column like this. So value of minus 180 is minus 5, and value of plus 180 is also minus 5. Also, we know the value of 90 degree. 90 degree is 0, cos 90 is 0. But in this case, this value is come to be e raised to minus 16. So we have to take that value 0. Okay, put that value as 0. Again, cos minus 90 is also 0. Put that value 0, like this. We know the value of cos 0 is 1. So 1 into 5, 5. Okay. Then next column is r sine theta, like this. R sine theta. In this case also, you have to use the function like is equal to value of r is 5 into sine. Okay, select the sine. So select the sine function here, double click on this and select the number which is in radian, and then close the bracket and enter. So some value will come here, and again go to that dot and drag the column like this. Okay, and check, you know the value of sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. In this case, sine minus 90 is minus 1. So minus 1 into 5, it will be minus 5. Okay, we know that sine 180 is 0. So in this case, the value is very less. It is showing near to the 0. It is not exactly 0, but we have to keep that value as 0. Okay. So sine 180 is 0. Again, sine plus 180 is also 0, like this. So we have two columns, and these two columns are regarding with the, it is regarding the circle. This column is regarding the circle. First conic section. Okay. Any question, any doubt up to here? हे दोन कॉलम मी कसे बनवले, थीटाचं रेडियंट तुम्ही माहित असेल हे कसं करायचं. Then take the value of r cos theta and r sin theta. Just take the radius, value of radius r as 5. Okay. Any question up to here? बोला, काही क्वेश्चन आहे का? आवाज क्लिअर होतोय का?
No, sir.
आवाज क्लिअर आहे सर्वांना? ऑडिओ क्लिअर आहे का? चेक करा.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So now select these two columns. Just select these two columns like this and go to the insert section, then charts like this, and in this you have to select scatter, and in scatter select this column, this chart. Okay. Click on this, so you will get the graph of circle, graph of these two columns, and which is circle. Graph of these two columns. Just write here, instead of r sin theta, you can write here circle. Okay. So first graph is prepared by using Excel. Now we have selected this graph. Okay. This white dot represent, we have selected the graph. Just cut this graph. Cut means control X. Control X press करायचं. Go to the second sheet and click on any cell like this and paste the diagram. So for paste, we use the shortcut that is Control V. Control X and Control V like this. So see, this is the graph of circle. This is the graph of circle. We know that circle has equal radius in all direction. It has equal radius in all directions. So along y-axis the radius is 5, and along x-axis also the radius is 5. So this is the circle. Okay. In this way we have to select one data, and from that data we can create the graph of circle by using Excel. Now let's move toward the next section, conic section, next part of conic section, that is ellipse. That is ellipse. Okay. So ऐसा ellipse कसा करायचा आता? Now tell me about ellipse. In ellipse, you should know that the radius is not constant. Along y-axis radius is different, and along x-axis radius is different. Okay. So accordingly we have to choose the data. So there is two axes, major axis and minor axis in ellipse. So in first column for ellipse, in first column we have to write like a cos theta, like this. A cos theta, select the value of theta, copy this symbol and paste here like this. A cos theta. In this case, we have to use, for ellipse, a is equal to 4, and in this case value of a is 4 and value of b is 3. Okay. So a cos theta. Now which function we should use here for a cos theta? Can anybody tell me about this? A cos theta, which function? कोणतं फंक्शन यूज करते सांगा? Tell me fast, quick. This function we have to use. In this case, a is 4. Okay. So this function. So here we have to use is equal to a is 4 into cos. So the function of cos will appear here. Double click on this, select the number of radian, this number, and close this bracket, and enter. So we know that cos 180 is -1, -1 into 4 is -4, like this. Okay. So again go to this dot and drag the value from -180 to +180, like this. Again check the value of +180, 180 is -1, -1 into 4 is -4. Value of 90, cos 90 is 0. So here we have to put this value 0. Okay, then go to -90, put this value again 0, like this. Then next we have to choose the next data, that is b sine theta. Okay, in this case b is 3. So which function we will use? Who will tell me about this?
Is equal to
Okay,
3 star
is
3
equal
sign
to,
in bracket number.
sine.
good. So 3, 1 minute. So 3 star into, in bracket, okay, sine. Then double click on this sign and in bracket choose the value that is in radian, value which is in radian, and close the bracket and enter. Now go to this cell, go to the dot and drag the value from -180 to +180, like this. Again we know that sine 180 is 0. So put the value of sine 0 here. Then go to sine -180, the value is also 0 here. Okay, like this. So similarly, as the same procedure we have to follow as we have follow the procedure in case of circle. Again select this 2 column. Okay, select this 2 column, like this, and go to insert. In insert, go to the chart section. In that select the scatter, and in scatters you have to select this chart. Okay, so this is the graph of ellipse. Same procedure, but the simply you have to change the value. Okay, now you can write here, you can give the title for this graph as ellipse, okay. So this is the graph of ellipse. As you can see, along x-axis, let me increase the size of this graph, okay, so that you can see easily on your mobile screen, like this. So as you can see, along x-axis the value is about 4, and along y-axis the value is 3. So x-axis in this case is major axis and y-axis is minor axis. Okay, then cut this graph, means you have to press Ctrl X. So the graph will disappear. Then go to the sheet 2, select any cell on sheet 2 and paste the graph, that is Ctrl V, Ctrl X and then Ctrl V, like this. Okay, then so these are the first 2 graph of conic section. First is circle and then ellipse. Then next we have to move toward the next section, that is hyperbola. Next is hyperbola. So let me write here hyperbola. Okay, so for that we have to use again two equations for x-axis and for y-axis. For that, let along x-axis, let take the value as a sec and theta. Again, choose the value of symbol of this theta from this and paste here. Control V, Control X, or Control C, Control V. Okay. And along y-axis, we have to take B tan theta. A sec theta, B tan theta. Now, can anybody tell me about sec theta? What is sec theta? Sec theta means what? Formula for sec theta. What is formula for sec theta?
Cos by sine.
Cos theta.
1 upon cos theta, right? So, for that case, you can, in this case also, in hyperbola, in case of hyperbola also, A is equal to 4, A is equal to 4, and B is equal to 3. A is 4 and B is 3. So, A into 1 upon cos theta, okay, is nothing but sec theta. Remember, sec theta is nothing but 1 upon cos theta. So here in we don't have direct sec theta. We have here, in this case, this is updated secant of angle. Okay, let's check with this function. Let's check with function. So we can write the function as is equal to A is 4 here, then star, then sec. Okay, let's double click on this and select the number. Select the number which is in radian and close the bracket and enter. Right, so this is the value of sec theta. And now drag the value from minus 180 to plus 180. Okay, and for tan theta also, you can again simply use the same function. In this case, B is 3. So 3 star tan, double click on this, select the number which is in radian, close the bracket and enter. Again, go to this dot and drag the value from minus 180 to plus 180 like this. But in this case, you have to delete some values, which is in very less value, like e raised to minus 60. You have to delete this value, 0. Okay. Then next, as you can see, this value, you have to delete this value also. Delete this value, then this value also. So the value which is appears in the form of e means e raised to plus 60 like this. We have to delete that data so that we can easily get the graph of hyperbola. Now select these two column. Select these two column. Okay, and again follow the same procedure, that is insert, then charts, in chart scatter, select the scatter. So this is the graph of hyperbola. This is the graph of hyperbola. Simply write here hyper. Okay, so any doubt up to here? Hyperbola. Again, do the same procedure, that is Control X, means cut the graph. Go to sheet number 2. Okay, go to sheet number 2, select any cell like this and press Control V, that is cut paste. So the graph of hyperbola will appear here like this. Okay, and now let's move toward the last figure of conic section, that is parabola. The last figure is parabola. Okay, so can anybody tell me the formula for parabola? Formula for parabola. What is mathematical formula for parabola? So we have already discussed the mathematical formula for parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. Y square is equal to 4ax. So let me write that value here. For parabola, the value is y square is equal to 4ax. So in this case, y represent the value is along y-axis and x represent the value is along x-axis. So by using that, we have to calculate the value of along x-axis. We have to take theta. This now we have to select this values of theta, okay? Theta in degree. And we have to put that value along y-axis. So as we know the value of y-axis, we have to calculate the value of x-axis. So in this case, the theta is y, okay? So simply let me take this value. So theta square is equal to 4ax. So we have theta square is equal to 4ax. So from that, we can find the value of x. So value of x is theta square divided by 4a. This is the value of x. This is the value of x. So we have x is equal to here, x is equal to theta square divided by 4a, theta square divided by 4a here. This is the column that we have to use for the case of parabola. So use the function is equal to, select the theta. This is the theta, okay? We have to select this theta. See the column number C, this column, okay? So theta, then shift 6 and 2. It means that theta square. Then divided by, means slash. 4 into, in this case, the value of 4, a is 4. So 4 into 4, that will become 16. So just divide by 16 and enter. Okay, again go to this point and drag the value from minus 180 to plus 180. Okay, and from that you can easily find the value of, you can easily figure out the figure of parabola. So for that, just select the column of this column, okay, column of angle in degree and column of parabola, this column, okay. And again follow the same procedure, insert, then charge, scatter, and in scatter you have to select this graph, and this is the graph of parabola. This is the graph of parabola. Again, Control X, go to sheet 2 and select any cell and Control V. So these are the all figures of conic section. First is circle, okay, first is circle, then ellipse, then hyperbola and parabola. Any doubt, any question in this practical, let me know about your questions. This is the data we have to use, and from that data we have to draw the figure. Okay, any question? We have very less time right now.
Sir, for only e to the power plus 16, we have to leave that blank only column.
Yes. For only the value which is in the form of e, we have to delete that value, or we have to put, we can put the value as 0. Okay, there are two options. So only
Okay,
then we will get the exact figure like this. Any question, any doubt? So you can practice this practical in your home also. If you have the PC, laptop, then you can practice this practical in your home also. Okay, I will send some study material regarding this. You can refer that also. So we have very less time. Just puts your attendance in our book, and we will continue on Monday with next practice. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, sir.